Hey,
Good evening. It's Monday, January 18th,
I told you she'd be back,
2016,
and she's back.
and it is bitter cold out.
Oh, yeah.
I just checked our thermometer, and it's 18 degrees out. And the good news is it's supposed to get colder tomorrow.
And the better news is it's going to be warmer through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
But,
And the other news is after that's going to be a snowstorm.
right, that's what they're telling us. So,
Hmm.
Anyway,
More
tonight
like winter.
and all this week, we're going to be doing songs by the famous
Cole
Porter. And he was I think he came from a very wealthy family, if I'm not mistaken. And he went to all the best schools. And I don't know how he got into show business, but he got into show business.
You know how?
And he wrote the song we're going to
He
do.
was at Yale.
Ah,
And they needed songs for the fraternities. They needed songs for...
maybe for
He
that.
wrote... Let me get it. Eli, Yale. Stuff like that.
I never knew that.
No, well, it's a good thing you
Well,
did.
Eli
Yeah,
is another
yeah.
name for Yale. They're called the Elis. But he wrote it in this song that we're doing in 1935 for a show that he was doing called Jubilee. And when he wrote it was on a farm in Ohio visiting a friend of his. And he finished it. The man told him, he said, listen, we need one more song for the show. He wrote it that night and next morning had the song done. And the funny part about it is his original lyric lacked an adjective for the line, a trip to the moon on blank wings. And his friend Ed Tausch suggested Gossamer. So the line now is, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings.
And when I was first learning
And the
this
name of the song is
just
one of those things.
I found it very unusual to be saying something like gossamer wings. I don't know what the heck that was. I don't even know if I went to look it up, which I would have today. Gossamer, you know, very...
Filmy.
filmy is the word, right. And there was a lot. You know, Porter was great. And for my own personal judgment, I say there were four great songwriting units in our history. Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, George Gershwin and his brother, and Rodgers and Hart. Okay.
And Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Truly. And 4.5. And this show, Jubilee...
What was it about?
I was just about to say that.
No.
Yes.
Well.
Was about a royal family in some make-believe land, and they were threatened with a revolution. And they decided that what they should do is live it up while they could. So they had these many experiences that are included in the show. And in the end, it turned out there was no real threat at all. And so they all decided to go back to the way things were. And this is why you get a closing line in the finale of, it was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Also in this show was Begin the Beguine, a marvelous song that Porter wrote. And the last thing I thought of was that I was looking at the credits for the show, and who do I see was the dialogue director? Monty Woolley. He was a friend of Cole Porter's, and was involved in many things with him. And just picture that on stage, where he's with his very impressive voice telling everybody how to say things. But it's a good one, you know. Shall we sing it?
Are we ready?
It was just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, just one of those things. If we thought of it, of the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that this love affair was too hot not to cool down. Well, goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. I'll get it. And here's the right part. If we thought a bit of the end of it when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that this love affair was too hot not to cool down. Well, goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Bump indeed. Good stuff from Cole Porter. More to come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And in the meantime,
Right.
stay warm.
Absolutely.
If you can, stay inside. Maybe by a warm fire with a little toddy. And enjoy the evening. And we'll see you on the morrow. Be kind to each other.
Good night.
Bye-bye.